Jumbo Africa. This is Africa, which has the world's longest river, the Nile River, and the world's largest desert, the Sahara Desert. Africa is a place where wildlife and people live together. It has many jungles where Tarzan can swing around and grasslands where cheetahs run free. It's a lazy afternoon in Africa. New herds and giraffe are gathered at a pond. Elephants are bathing in the mud, and impalas are eating grass. Africa is the world's second largest land continent. It includes more than 50 countries where thousands of large and small tribes live together. And there are still many people who live and follow religions as they did a long time ago. These are the Maasai, who take care of cows in the grasslands. They believe that protecting their village and taking care of the cows are tasks from heaven. So they are very brave. Just imagine Maasai warriors who run the vast grasslands and hunt big game. These are the pygmies, who are very short. They run so fast with silent footsteps that nobody can catch up with them in the forest. Men usually hunt and women pick fruit. They think they belong to the forest. So they do not hunt and do not cut trees without reason. These are the Bushmen who live in the desert. They are so friendly that they share everything, including meat and fruit, with each other equally. They like to paint, so they often paint on rocks. African people believe that all natural things have a spirit. At night, when hunting is over, everyone sits around the fire and listens to stories told by an old man. It is a story about people who got help from a spirit and about another group of people who got into hard times because they didn't obey that spirit. There is no end to his old stories. African people think that humans are born from nature and return to nature when they die. They believe that while the body dies, the soul remains. They hold a festival whenever a baby is born, whenever they go hunting, and whenever they get married. Dancing inspires courage in them and brings them together. Masks are very important in African festivals. They believe that masks link the spirit to the body. They think that a person's spirit enters the body of the person who puts on the mask. Even when they become adults, they hold a festival. Becoming an adult means more than just growing up. To become an adult, Africans believe that one must go through a hardship. Just as many Africans go through the hard time of the coming-of-age ceremony, many African countries are also going through hard times. As tribes began to form nations, there were lots of problems and fighting. Also, strong European nations took over many countries in Africa. Europeans ruled the African people by force. They took diamonds and gold buried across the African continent. They even made the African people work for them as slaves. The people who became rich from African resources were Europeans. They even divided the land between themselves. The African people who couldn't take it anymore fought against the Europeans. They retook their land. This is how the new Africa came into being. South Africa, which got rid of racial discrimination, and Liberia, which has a female president. Hope flourishes in the new Africa. The sun shines again on Africa, where the human being began, and the world's oldest land. There are several thousand tribes in Africa. Africa has a great many tribes. These tribes look different, and their ways of living also look different. Let's find out where and how people live in Africa. Dogon. The Dogon are a tribe in Mali, West Africa, which has large deserts and plains. In Dogon society, the story of how the universe and the earth were created is passed down from generation to generation. They say that the aliens from Sirius visited the Dogon about 3,000 years ago. The Dogon are famous for their excellent knowledge of space. They put on masks and dance unique dances for ceremonies. Zulu. The Zulu live in the Republic of South Africa, Southern Africa. The Zulu are the largest South African tribe. Cows are the key economic asset in the Zulu society. Cows are so important that if a man wants to get married, he has to give cows to the bride's family. Zulu men put on the hides of fierce animals such as leopards around their backs and hold a spear in one hand and a shield in the other hand. This is the Zulu men's formal dress. Pygmies. Pygmies are found in the rainforests of Central Africa. Pygmies, who are very short and dark-skinned, hunt animals and gather fruit. They live in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Cameroon, and Central African Republic. All of the people in the village meet to make decisions because they have no chief. Maasai. Maasai is a tribe living in the grasslands of East Africa. They raise cows and sheep in the highlands near the Kenya and Tanzania border. Maasai people are tall and slim. They have fit bodies because they dance by jumping high at festivals. They usually eat milk mixed with grain powder. 4. Fulani. The Fulani are a tribe living in the southern Sahara Desert. Both Fulani men and women wear thick makeup and wear colorful clothes and ornaments. Fulani people hold the Garawal festival once a year, in which 50 to 60 bridegrooms show themselves off to be selected by the women.